In this video, I will explain job analysis in human resource management. And before we explain the meaning of job analysis, let us consider first the meaning of job. A job is a bundle of related tasks. For example, take the case of the job of an engineer. It involves many tasks. Take the case of the job of a police officer. It involves many tasks. And let us take the case of a teacher. It involves many tasks like learning, then dissemination of the knowledge in the classrooms, preparing notes, like that. So if you take any job, you can see that a job is a bundle of related tasks. It involves many physical and mental activity. In the case of the teaching, in the case of banking professions, in the case of the scientist, it involves many mental activity. But in the case of the workers, casual workers, it involves a lot of physical activity. So a job is a bundle of related tasks which involves both physical and mental activity. And what is meant by job analysis? Job analysis is a detailed and systematic study of jobs. It is a detailed and systematic study of jobs. And why is this study undertaken? It is undertaken to know the nature and characteristics of people to be employed for each job. So, for example, take the case of the teaching job with which we are very familiar. And so, job analysis of a teaching job is a detailed understanding of what is to be done by a teacher and what should a teacher know and what should be the behavior of a teacher, like that. And then after that, after studying the particularity or important features of the teaching job, then we will come to know the nature and characteristics of the people to be employed for that particular job. So simply speaking, job analysis is a detailed and systematic study of jobs to know the nature and characteristics of people to be employed for each job. Nature and objective of job analysis. The nature of job analysis comprises knowing the tool for collecting job-related data expressed in terms of two sets of data. So in job analysis, we need two sets of data. One is the data related to job description, then job specification. So we will explain what is job description and job specification in separate two videos. We will explain this. So the nature of job analysis comprises knowing the tool for collecting job-related data expressed in terms of two sets of data, job description and job specification. The job analysis has to be consistent with the following objectives. There are certain objectives for this job analysis. One is work simplification. A job may be analyzed to simplify the process and methods involved in it. It helps to improve the productivity of the personnel. So what are the process? What are the methods involved in the job? If we know the process and methods involved in the job, then it will increase the productivity of the persons engaged in that particular job. So work simplification, that is the first important objective of job analysis. Second, establishment of standards of performance. Job analysis aims to establish a standard of performance with which the performance of potential candidates can be compared. So what should be the standard of a performance? For example, in the case of the IAS officers, we will suggest the character and the work of some IAS officers as a standard performance. And with that, we will be comparing the performance of the newly recruited IAS officers or others. So establishment of a standard performance, that is very important. And that's an important objective of the job analysis. And thirdly, support to other personal activities. Job analysis provides support to other activities like selection, training, placement, etc. So these are certain procedures which we will come across in human resource management, how to conduct interviews, how to take some people from that interview and how to train them, how to place them. So these are some of the important aspects in human resource controlling of human resources. So in all these things, how to select, how to train the people, in all these things, the job analysis will be very helpful, and job analysis will provide support to activities in selection, training, etc. Now, what are the uses of job analysis? The specific uses of job analysis are: one is it helps in human resource planning. Second, it is useful in recruitment and selection, that we have already explained, and it helps in designing of training and development programs. So it helps in human resource planning, it helps in recruitment and selection process, and it helps to train and to design training and development programs. Then it helps in job evaluation. It is useful in the determination of remuneration to employees or compensation to employees. It helps in the process of performance appraisal of employees. It is vital for building personal information of the employees. It helps in ensuring the safety and health of the employees. So these are the important uses of job analysis. Now we will come to the steps in job analysis, or the process of job analysis. How is job analysis done? There are 6 steps in job analysis. One is collection of background information about the jobs. So we have to collect the information about the job, what is the nature of the job, and what is expected of people engaging in that job, in which circumstances this job is normally done. So we will collect information, background information about the job. Second, selection of representative jobs, because it's very difficult to analyze all jobs in a particular organization. So we will first choose certain representative jobs from among a large area of jobs. So selection of representative jobs. Third, collection of job analysis data on the features of the job and required behavior of the employees. So what are the features of the job? What qualification it requires? What behavior does it expect from the persons? So that type of information we will collect. Collection of job analysis data. Now the next step is job description. What is job description? This step involves describing of developing the contents of the job in terms of functions, duties, responsibilities. So we will identify what are the functions to be performed by the persons engaged in this particular job, and what duties should they deliver, what responsibilities should they bear. So these things we will consider in job description. So functions, duties, and responsibilities of persons to be engaged in a particular job, and that we will describe. This is the fourth important step in job analysis, that is job description. Now job specification. So based on this job description, we will construct certain specifications of the job. So this step involves the conversion of the job description into job specification. For example, a job requires more engineering skill, then the specification of the job will be decided, because only B.Tech graduates should be appointed like that. Means what are the specifications of the job? Means what are the important things to be kept in mind while taking persons for this particular job, or that is job specification. So this step involves the conversion of the job description into job specification. Last step in job analysis process is employee specification. This is a final step that involves the conversion of specifications of human qualities under job specification into an employee specification. That means regarding the character, regarding the age, regarding the communication skills. So the employee will be specified. What kind of employees should be recruited, should be select, and that will be decided in this sixth step. So therefore, there are important 6 steps involved in job analysis. One is collection of background information. Second, selection of representative jobs. Third, collection of job analysis data. Job description and job specification, then employee specification. So job description will be converted into job specification, and job specification will be converted into employee specification. Now we will discuss the methods, important methods of collecting data for job analysis. We have already said that collection of background data, collection of other data about the job is very important in job analysis. So what are the methods we use to collect data for job analysis? There are different methods. The first one is direct observation. It is a method of observing the worker on the job and notes down all job activities performed. So we will look at the worker on the job. For example, a traffic policeman. So we will look at him, what he does and what behavior does he show and at what time he responds. So his movement, his means communication, everything. So it is the first thing. So to get the data about the job, first thing we can look at the person doing the job, and we can note down his or her behavior, and we can note down different things related to the doctor that is related to that job. That is direct observation. Second, interviews. Two types of interviews can be used to collect data for job analysis. One is individual interviews with employees doing the same job. So we will interview the policeman to know the character of the job, the nature of the job which he is performing. Or we will interview the teacher to know what should be a teacher or what are expected of a teacher. So to understand that, we will interview the teacher. Okay, individual interviews and supervisory interview means we will not interview the employee. Instead, we will interview the supervisor or interview with one or more supervisor to know about the job. That's the second kind of interview. And the interviewer collects data about the job. So this is the second important method of collecting the data for the job, that is interviews. Third important method is questionnaire. In this method, job holders fill in the given structured questionnaire, which are then used for job analysis. So we will supply certain questionnaires to the job holders, and they will be asked to fill in, and that data we will take for job analysis. Now, there is another important method, that is checklist. It is similar to a questionnaire, but contains fewer subjective judgments and tends to be either yes or no variety. Job holders tick only those tasks that are included. So it's a checklist, means have you qualified this course, yes or no? Then do you think that you have good communication for this job, yes or no? Then does this job involve any risk, yes or no? So that kind of a checklist will be provided to the employee, and employee will be asked to tick whether it is yes or no, means whether he has that quality or he has to do a particular job, or whether he is facing any risk from the job or like that. So it's a checklist, and using this checklist also we can collect a lot of information about the job. And technical conference method. In this method, details about the job are obtained from experts or supervisors. So we will do a conference activity for that. We will invite supervisors to a particular place, and they will be asked to present what are the difficulties they are facing in their jobs and what kind of jobs they are doing. Then they have to detail out these things in a conference. And from that, we will collect some information. From the presentation of these expert people in the conference, we will collect some information about the job analysis. Then next is diary method. So we know we usually write diaries because we have to record each and everything which we do on a daily basis. So in this method, job holders record in detail all their activities each day, which can then be used for job analysis. So in short, there are important 6 methods to collect data for job analysis. One is direct observation, second interviews, third questionnaire, and fourth checklist, and fifth technical conference method, and sixth diary method.